Welcome back to Online Darts, everyone. Here we are in Newcastle. We've got the one and only Mr. Nathan Aspinall. Yep. Nathan, it's been a while since we've had a catch up. Those things.
Yeah, good. You know what I mean. On the dartboard, probably not so good, but away from the darts, everything's fantastic. You know, putting the final pieces of the jigsaw together for the wedding. You know, really looking forward to that. Got the stag do coming up, but yeah, you know, I'm always happy. You know what I mean. I'm always smiling, and yeah, I'm in a good place.
You're going to make the wedding though. That's the problem.
Anyone that's seen the hangover, that is going to be the stag do. I have no doubt in that. But now looking forward to the stag do. We've got a golf trip a couple of weeks after that with the Molders boys as well, and then obviously the big day. So yeah, a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, no, it's amazing that that's all coming together and so on. Yeah. And it's moments like that forget darts and whatever. Like life moments are so important for anyone, aren't they?
Yeah, I think, you know, us as dart players, you know, I'm not the only one that says it. We all say we miss so much. You know what I mean? The amount of birthdays of my children have missed, and you know, this weekend, Easter, we're in Munich, and yeah, there's a lot of sacrifices, but we have a lot of rewards from making these sacrifices. But yeah, this year's a big year for me. You know, marrying Kirsty, been with her for 16 years, you know, the mother to both my amazing kids, and yeah, I was looking forward to that special day.
You had a chance to catch up properly. The UK Open, you must have been, when that draw came out, what would you, because you're playing well as well, and a great game, but obviously Michael played well as well. So
yeah, you know, it was one of them where, you know, I'm not being disrespectful to Michael, you know, I wasn't too bothered because I don't think he was playing that well himself at the time, and I fancied the draw. Thought good statement if I win this, and I started unbelievable, but there was a little incident that happened on stage which I mentioned after the game, and it was a bit of a delay going back into after the first break because we was going to the multi-boards, and you know, I get that for TV coverage, but I was ready to go, I was in the zone ready, and I lost the next 4 legs. You know, if that doesn't happen, who knows? But yeah, it's one of them. I played well, took a lot of positives away from that game, but yeah, it was an early exit, which, you know, I don't like early exits.
No, and look, we know it's a big year for you in terms of you're not defending anything, so you've got a real chance to make massive strides. Is now all prepping for the match play and on? Because I know playing well with this last season is nice, but it's the back end of the season where the big money is, isn't it?
Yeah, I think at the moment, if I'm deadly honest with you, Phil, I'm really struggling for motivation. You know, I've got nothing, like zilch. You know, I think I wasn't too fussed to not get included in the Premier League, but I feel like there's something missing from my weekly schedule at the moment.
Yeah, I get that, yeah.
It's very, I think I've not took it bad personally because I'm actually not bothered. I'm enjoying the time at home, but I think from performance-wise, you know, I play all year to get into that Premier League, and I didn't get the Premier League, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm not going to be in it for another year. The match play is not till July. You know, chances are I ain't getting any World Series events because I've got the Bahrain and Saudi. I'm like, I feel like I've got nothing to play for. You know, obviously the obvious answer is you're playing for titles, but yeah, I don't know. I'm lacking with a lot of hunger at the moment. You know, I pulled out of a few events, and I said I wasn't going to pull out of anything. There's no point in me going if I'm not fully with it. And you know, recently over the last 4 or 5 weeks, probably since mine had, I've just not wanted to play darts, if I'm deadly honest with you. But I'm working hard with my sports psychologist to try and change that.
Yeah, no, I get that.
You know, I actually practiced last week for the first time this season, which I had to blow the cobwebs off my dartboard. But you know, it'll come back. You know, we all have peaks and troughs. You know, at the moment I'm in a bit of a lull, bit fed up with darts. I'm not playing very well. Well, I'm playing shit. Simple as that. But you know, I know one weekend will turn that, and if I go this weekend to Munich, make a semi, make a final, then I'll be hungry again. So, yeah, it's just a difficult little period at the moment, but I'll come through it. I've had loads of them.
It's that time of year where you tend to tinker with stuff as well. Have you tinkering with a Gen 3 dart or anything like that, trying to make changes, or are you settled now?
Yeah, I can't even play with my own dart, so I'm not going to start changing. I'm not tinkering with nothing. You know, I've done that in the past, and it's always backfired.
Okay,
I do learn from mistakes. I'm sticking with my Gen 1s. I absolutely love them. If Target are making something in the background, I have no idea. I'll see them when they come out. But now, from a personal point of view, sticking with Gen 1s, I'm actually trying to put a bit of effort in. Because, you know, I shouldn't be getting beat up players. I'm getting beat off in early rounds in competitions. Yeah. Not their fault, they've won. You know, it's my fault for being lazy and not putting the hours in and not wanting to win. And, you know, every time I feel like this, I look at my fans. The fan base I've got is absolutely obscene, and I feel like I'm letting them down. Not myself, not my family, but the fans. So I'm working hard. Trust me. Everyone that's saying at the moment that I'm really struggling, I am struggling, but I will get through it again. I always do. I've been in a lot worse situations. A lot worse. I was having a bit of a bad few weeks, but like I say, one good run in a tournament, they asked me back. You know that.
Yeah, it's interesting because Joe Cullen said something similar as well.
I seen that interview, yeah.
That he was like, look, I've been lazy. I'm getting nothing out. and he's, like I said, started practicing again, and he's getting to finals. Like, I think darts is very much like golf in terms of, if you just don't play and then rock up, you're going to smash it all over the place. And like darts, you have to put it in to get it out.
Yeah, I think as well. I just think there's so much. I think there's so much darts. Well, 100%. I agree with that. But you're never going to win that argument because you say there's too much, but then we do exhibitions.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? But exhibitions are, we get paid, and we do well out of exhibitions. But it's a situation where we can relax for once. You can give back to the fans. You meet the fans. So we get a lot of stick for doing exhibitions when we say we're knackered, but we're giving back to the fans, the people that pay the PDC, the people that come to watch these tournaments. We're giving back to them. So, but I think tournament-wise, there's far too much. You know what I mean? 34 Pro Tours. Do we need 34 Pro Tours? Do we need 15 Euro Tours? I don't think we do. I think, looking at the Premier League as well, and I'm not saying it because I'm not in it, I think, like when I was in it, everyone's playing each other the same week in, week out, and, there's no big matches anymore. You know what I mean? There's no big games like there used to be the Van Gerwen Barney, the Phil Taylor Lewis. Every now and then it would happen. There's none of that anymore, and I think that's down to the calendar. But end of the day, you can't say too much because you sound ungrateful because they're giving you money. But I think from a standard point of view and people being focused and determined to win stuff, I think the reason people are like this are because you just tournament after tournament, week in, week out.
I agree. The big game things, I used to look forward to the big games, and now, like you say, we've seen this.
I think you've seen like when Littler said the other day about like when people play me, it's a final. A lot to a lot of people that is, but I think I played Luke 26, 27 times in 2 years. I shouldn't be playing the world champion that many times unless I made 27 finals. Yeah. Let's be quite honest with you. You know what I mean? It's, we're all playing each other far too many times, but yeah, how do you do that? The demand for darts is massive. The PDC want to put more and more events on, because people can't get tickets for the ones. So I don't know, it's a difficult situation. That's not for me to say. That's for the PDC to work on. But I'm saying from a personal point of view, we are saying it's far too much.
I know not a massive fan of watching darts, but Manchester last night, did you watch it and think, what, that's like your tournament? Do you know what I mean? I remember like the walk on and then the blossoms into Mr. Brightside, and so on. Was it a little bit of that was the one last night?
A little funny story. Jamie Banks, worked for the PDC, as you know. And he messaged me saying, Sky have asked if I'm going on Thursday night. They want to do some with you, and I was like, absolutely not. I've not watched one dart at the Premier League, and I don't plan to start now. Okay, it hurt. I actually said, we was at the Trafford Centre last night when the darts was on, and I said to Kirsty, I was like, to be fair, because I was a bit down yesterday, and I went, I knew the Manchester night was on, and it's felt twice Dublin, because I love Dublin. And last night, I felt it a little bit last night, I'm not going to lie, from a personal point of view, but I didn't watch it. I've heard it was a great night. I've seen Littler's little spat. I've seen Gezi played amazing again, and that's about as far as it went.
I said, that you brought it up, I'm going to ask, what would your reaction be if you turn around? I'm not just saying, look, but if your opponent, you turn around and your opponent was cheering, you missed, would you kick off?
I don't think he was cheering.
But that's the way it looked. It looked like, from us watching, and I have no one spoken to them, so I can't say, but just from watching, it looked like he cheered it was a celebration when Kian went inside the double 15.
But I'm on the fence with this because we had this conversation with my mate Dids on the way up. If I'm 5-all, even on a pro tour, and a guy misses a match start, especially when they can't finish because they've gone like on the 15, they've gone into the same 15. I'm like, come on, I would do that. Right? I've not seen it, so I don't know how. If he turned around giving it the whole Gezi roll because he's missed a double 15, then that's wrong. But if he's just pumped himself up because he's missed, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
So,
but I've not seen it.
Watching it wasn't to himself. It was over to the family area, and it was a big. That's just us watching it, isn't it? And that's how it looked. It might not have been, but that's how it looked.
But then, if he just puts his head down in 2 nights, then he gets slated for being 2 nights, doesn't he?
I loved every minute of it.
You can't win. He's getting absolutely slated from what I've heard for cheering because his opponent missed a double. But then if he didn't, and then he missed, and he starts cuddling him, darts is too soft. So you can't win, can you? So I know I ain't getting involved. It's nothing to do with me. I wasn't there. But
to be fair, Gezi said last night, he went, "It's great. I'm just glad it wasn't me."
I think you damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I mean? If he starts laughing and joking, he's being too nice. If he gives it big and he's wrong. So you know what? that's their issue, not mine.
No, that's great catching up with you, Nath. As always, thank you very
Top man.
much, and we'll see you very soon as
You will do.
always.
Cheers, mate.